This is my favorite song.
Spelling something you like. A treat for you.
E-I-T-S-I.
Well, that thing in the middle kind of ruins it.
Let's have a robot-to-robot talk. Remember when the Terminator said, "I'll be back"? Well, we're here. And guess what? We brought jokes.
Adam, you look like a camp counselor. Oh look, there's a cosplayer, and there's a cosplayer. Look at all the cosplayers in the cosplay exhibit. Are you crossing that line?
No, I'm like,
Your face is over the line.
it's right here.
Oh, this was made by an 11-year-old. This was made by a 10-year-old. What am I even doing with my life? An 11-year-old. 9 and he made this Groot?
You see the age on this? 9.
Kids making?
Yeah.
Only I can make.
Handsome bird. Look at that dog.
Kept at that bird.
Look at that bird.
My artwork's in a museum.
Daddy's home.
How did I know you guys were going for the drinks first?
Heyo.
Let's go. You know, keep going. 30 was the high score.
Okay.
So,
Well, now I've got to go. Oh look, we found the boys.
Shocker, there were the pieces.
You had no idea. Alright, now Katie just like stuck a couple of these. Are y'all doing
Hey, it is good. Check this out. I used to spend hours at a skating rink playing this dang game. Wild.
what's happening? What am I supposed to, what's supposed to happen here?
I don't know.
You can wait one more minute.
You ready, Stephanie?
Just dudes being bros, being dudes. It's a real bird. It's a real moving, I think. Real bird. Hannah, how much are you going to spend this weekend? $50. Adam, how much are you going to spend this weekend?
$3.76.
Shanice, how much are you going to spend this weekend?
$300.
How much are you going to spend this weekend? $400. Oh! I'm going to try to spend no money. I always try to spend no money.
25.
We may have gone overboard. Whoopsies. I'm fine. I'm very stressed.
We are highly favored by the gods.
Yeah, we are.
This betting tavern is a more sacred place than any temple in Rome.
What you doing?
Just my drum business.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Are you being dramatic?
The sheer escapism too and the fantasy of it, at any age, I find is just so captivating and what is so brilliant about the world of Transformers. So it's certainly an honour to be a part of it.
To Deadpool we go. Apparently they are in fact showing the movie right now. Deadpool and Wolverine. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are watching it. They gave us popcorn and popcorn buckets. It's happening.
If there's still any question about the importance of
experiencing something with a crowd that just changed everything. That was astounding, the best movie experience of my life, so thank you.
I agree, Kevin. For me, that was one of the most incredible experiences of my life. I'm so privileged to have watched it with all of you. It's been 24 years since I first played Wolverine. Thank you, everyone at Disney. Back to Sean and Ryan, thank you for giving me a reason to come back. Thank you.
I feel like it would be a perfect night unless we brought a couple of friends with us. I just want to introduce a couple of people real quick. First, I'd like to introduce Daphne Keane, X23.
Deadpool and Wolverine with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman with these great popcorn buckets and popcorn and pins and Deadpool themed water bottles. And then they brought out the other big actors that were part of it, which I won't say too many names. I mean, we knew Channing Tatum was going to be Gambit and we knew Jennifer Garner was going to be Elektra again. But beyond that, I'm not going to say who's there. I'll post, okay, I'm going to post a video, let's be real. It's going to be a minute before I post this, but they're kicking us out too because there's something going to be outside over Petco, so here we go.
Rivetula heldare ulasea. Ben Walker! When I say crunchy, you say roll. Crunchy, roll. Crunchy, roll.
sense of poison rationality. I chimed in. Haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of hope. Say hi, knuckleheads.
Hi, knuckleheads.
It is 5 in the morning. We're waiting the bus. So we can get to Marvel, which will be, we're 13 hours away from Marvel. It's 13 hours. It's gonna be a long day, but at least call H.
How do you want it to feel? We had a Lost Book of B, right? I mean, with Ramiro, it's just like, what is our relationship to emotion and how do we read into fonts? How is language presented to us? And what does it make us feel and how do we feel about it? And so I really like talking about that and I really like playing with what's the font.
The smell of Marvel. It's in the air.
He got COVID, but to replace him, we got somebody way more cool and a little bit red. No. Hey, Mr. President.
You start shooting on Monday back in the UK. Don't you have to get to work?
We gotta go. Yeah.
Got the plane to plane.
They literally have to fly back, but the good thing about that is they have their own fantastic car, which will take them back to the UK hopefully very, very quickly.
I have to tell you, they are wonderful. They are the Thunderbolts. We think all the same thoughts. We take care of each other. We show up for each other. Let me introduce you to... Oh my God. You guys didn't dress up? I sent that email.
We give you the one person who could play Victor Von Doom.
New mask. Same task. What can I tell you? I like playing complicated characters.
What's going on? I think we should get down. Oh, no, I'm forward.
How do you feel about Shanice's new outfit?
And can I have the last 30 seconds of my life back, please? I mean, I'll be honest, I think it's...
I am Batboy.
But this is clearly...
I'm Batman.
But this is clearly a cat.
I'm pushing Batman.
Whiskers?
He has fangs. I'm pushing Batman. Look at his fangs. Yeah.
Cats don't have fangs?
Not like that.
It's a cat. There's whiskers.
It's pushing bat. It's
pushing
bat.
bat.
Just saying.
Cat bat. Cat bat.
Bat cat! Welcome to my nightmare. That is trying to get all of my San Diego Comic-Con stuff into suitcases. It looks like right now. It's a lot of just stuff everywhere. Like, if I counted correctly, there are 20 books in this pile that are new. And then the rest, I think there's like 18 or so that I brought. And so when I get home, I will do a swag and haul video and show you what I got. For now, I gotta figure out how to fit all this in there. I am so sunburned. Oof, I'm so sorry. Now that I'm back from San Diego Comic-Con, it's time to show you what I brought home in the form of books, in the form of swag, in the form of stuff I bought. I shall unpack it all. And brace yourselves, because it took 3 suitcases to get me home. Oops. As As usual, I start with the books that I took with me to get signed and did not follow through with, and that includes Lady Macbeth, yes again. This time Ava did not attend. She got sick and did not make it, so womp womp for me. I did not get the Book of Elsewhere by Keanu Reeves signed. It was a long shot, let's be real. It was a long shot anyway. He did make an appearance on the floor, but I was not there, so I did not get it signed. I did not get Navola signed. My butt was in Hall H at that time, and it was leading up to Marvel, so there was no way I was leaving for a book signing. Oops. And I did not get Lunar New Year Love Story signed because I forgot to put the signing on my schedule. All those spreadsheets, and I still failed myself. Now for the books that I was successful in getting signed. I got both of my arcs of The Maid and the Crocodile by Jordan Fueco signed. If you remember from Y'all West, I traded with Aaron to get one, and then one showed up at my house a few days later. So I have two. Maybe I'll give one back to Aaron. We'll find out. My girl Tracy Livesey was there doing a signing and a panel, so I got my copy of American Royalty signed, so now it can go on the signed shelf next to The Duchess Effect and be back together. Another one of my girls, Julie Soto, was there, so of course I got my copy of Not Another Love Song signed. But let me tell you, that signing line was so long. You often hear that romance readers and Comic-Con people aren't the same. They proved that that is incorrect. That room was so full I couldn't get in, and that was very sad for me. And then the signing line went an hour over. Romance readers and Comic-Con, they're the same. The fabulous writing duo of Christina and Lauren were there, so I got my arc of The Paradise Problem signed. I got Tangled Up in You signed. And if you did not know that Lauren of Christina Lauren is also Ivy Owens, now you do. So I got my book Scandalized signed. I also got a final copy of The Paradise Problem signed, but my sister side-eyed it a lot, and so I'm a good big sister, and I gave it to her. I bopped over to say hi to Dr. Travis Langley, who's been on this show a couple times and probably will be again in the future, and so he signed my copy of Westworld Psychology, as well as the first time he signed The Handmaid's Tale Psychology, which, when the final copy comes out, you should look at it, especially the blurbs at the front. I got my arc of The One That Got Away with Murder signed, as well as my arc of The Medici Heist. I did a little pre-Comic-Con interview with Abigail Hing Wen, and we talked about her book Kisses, Codes, and Conspiracies, so we got this signed. We also talked about a lot of other stuff, so stay tuned for that. And my husband ran over to take my copy of A Fragile Enchantment and got that signed. And possibly the most exciting book of my signing pile at San Diego Comic-Con 2023 is not what you would normally expect from me, and that is a cookbook. It is The Burn Cookbook by Jonathan Bennett and Nikki Martin. If you do not recognize the name Jonathan Bennett right off the top, he's the guy who played Aaron Samuels in Mean Girls, the original one. Yes, that Aaron Samuels. The one whose hair looks sexy, push back. That Aaron Samuels. We did a little interview, so I'll be looking out for that, but I gotta show you this inscription because it is my most favorite thing ever, and it says, "Stephanie, you are a fugly slut, Jonathan Bennett." And when he handed it back to me, he said, "I burned you. I hope you're not offended." And when I saw it, I could not stop laughing because this is the most perfect thing ever to me. As a redheaded homeschooler, at the time that this movie came out, to now have the actual Aaron Samuels call me a fugly slut in a book, my life is complete now. I hope you know that. The book Oracle was back at Del Rey's booth, and so the first day I got The Cottage Around the Corner by D.L. Soria. When I went to try to do it on Friday, it was shut down, and then I was not going to the floor on Saturday because I was in Hall H all day. So Sunday, I did it again and got A Dark and Drowning Tide by Allison Saft, which unfortunately for me was after all her signing, so I didn't get it signed. And then my husband did it and got Ink and Sigil by Kevin Hearn. My friends also did it, and they kept all their books. I think they missed the part where I make you do the thing, so you give me the books. No, I'm just kidding. They get to keep their books. That is okay. One of the times I went by the Macmillan booth was to do an interview with the publisher of First Second and the new imprint 23rd Street Books. So I got this little, it's not really a book, this is just a little sneak peek at some of the graphic novels that are coming for the adult space from them. So I was very excited about that, and while we were there they were doing a giveaway and Mark very kindly let me pick a book. So I got Swing by Audrey Meeker, which looks adorable. The only panel I made it to outside of like Hall H or Ballroom 20 this year was Tours Across the Universe panel, where they talk about what books are coming out from all of their imprints. And at the end, when you left, they gave out books. Initially, my husband and I both got Brandon Sanderson, the same book. So unbeknownst to each other, since we saw that we got the same book, we both traded. So he ended up with The City in Glass by Ning Vo, and I got The Nightmare Before Christmas by Sarah Rosh. I walked up on a giveaway at the Penguin Random House booth and got a copy of Impossible Creature, which my boss was looking for her archive, so I might have to share this, but if not, YOLO. Penguin Random House also had some ticketed giveaways for books during a signing, and I did not get the tickets because those were at 10 a.m. And you know what where I had to be every day at 10 a.m? Hall H. So it did not work out for me to get tickets. However, I lurked around and they had some extras. So I did get a signed copy of Storm by Tiffany D. Jackson. Technically we got two because my husband also got one, but we gave the other one to one of the friends. And we both got signed copies of Sex, Lies, and Sensibility by Nikki Payne. Nikki is so much fun. Like, I could have stood there and talked to her all day, and I probably will talk to her some more about this book as soon as I finish it. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the second copy yet. I've thought about doing a giveaway. I've thought about just putting it in a little free library. I'm not sure yet. We'll find out what I do. And over at the Simon & Schuster booth, Saga Press was doing a giveaway of Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. And so I got it, and a couple other people in my group got it, and one of them left it at the Airbnb. So I have two now. You snooze, you lose. That giveaway was happening at a very convenient time for me, so it kind of blends into the swag category. Because the wonderful people over at Saga Press invited me to breakfast with some other influencers, and we had a grand old time, but they gave us these tote bags for Saga Press that say join the quest. Super cute and super handy at Comic-Con. Let's be real, tote bags are always handy at Comic-Con. So they told us to bring this tote bag to the booth and we could go shopping. They might rethink what they mean by shop to your heart's content after I went through, because don't tempt me with a good time. I got a whole nother bag full of books. I went through it. So here's what I picked out from the Simon & Schuster adult side. I didn't know if I could go to the YA side, and so I just didn't, but I love YA from Simon T, so whatever. I got A Man Called Otto, which is A Man Called Ove, by Frederick Bachman. I got The Inheritance of Orquídea Divina. I'm sorry, Zoraida, I butchered that. But this is by Zoraida Cordova, and I love her, and so therefore I had to have it. When I saw that there were Ursula Le Guin books, I had to get at least one of them because I know that the members of BTS love her writing, and included the ones that walk away from Omelaz in the concept of a music video. So I got a short story collection called The Language of the Night. It does not have that short story in it, which is kind of a bummer, but I am still excited to dive into this writing and see what BTS loves. I got How to Slay a Dragon, a fantasy hero's guide to the real Middle Ages, just because it sounded like a good time. So, Kate Stevenson, this sounds like a fun time. I got a copy of Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. This has been wildly popular, and the second book, Wildfire, I do have a copy of. I don't know how this happened, so I need to read Icebreaker. Another book that I am severely behind on getting to would be After by Anna Todd, so I grabbed it. I may not be a Trekkie, but I do love a good memoir, and so I've got two Star Trek actor memoirs, and that is Patrick Stewart, Making It So, which I did buy a copy in the signed Barnes & Noble Black Friday sale, but I gave it to my father because, again, I'm a good daughter. I'm a good person, and I give the books to the peoples. So I got myself a copy because I want to read it too, and I got a copy of Boldly Go by William Shatner. So that's 19 new books plus 18 books that I took with me. Those were some heavy bags. But now let's talk about the swag. The first activation that we did was the preview for The Lodge by Paramount Plus. So I've got my little badge, which included some 90 days of free Walmart Plus and some Paramount subscriptions on there as well. I did not use up all my drink tickets. I never do, because I don't drink alcohol, and the lemonade was the only one that they took a drink ticket for. There were a few swag options in there, but the Star Trek shirt line got capped so fast. I don't know what was going on in the SpongeBob room. I never did figure it out, but I did get a sample of some perfume from the Ghost room, but mostly we got photos. This year's pin for Comic-Con is cruise themed because they are about to do the Comic-Con cruise in February of 2025. So it's got the little toucan steering a ship. After you did the activation for Peacock's Those About to Die, got a pin with a like Roman dude riding in a chariot with some horses. And this is a heavy pin. Comic-Con was happening at the same time as the Olympic opening ceremony, so Peacock set up a huge screen outside so people could watch the ceremony together, and they handed out little Olympic pins. So my sister grabbed one when she was walking by. I was off doing an interview. The FX experience had a couple different things going on inside, but one of the most popular was the bear, because that show is so popular right now. They had different swag that they were giving out every day. I went on Sunday, and so I got a bandana and a couple packs of toothpicks that say the bear. Also at FX was a custom sunshade station, which ironically is where I got the most sunburned. So that is basically an umbrella that they put whatever 10-character phrase you wanted on it, or word or phrase, and you got to pick an icon. So mine says Lit Hype for Literary Hype, and I put a heart on it. My husband copied my idea, and so his says Lit Hype, but he has a sun, because that's initially what I told him I was gonna do. Adult Swim was back, and they had a pirate party. So I did get a pirate hat. I'm not sure what suitcase it ended up in. It's probably in my husband's since I've emptied all of mine, but I'm not gonna go through his stuff. So, pirate hat's probably over there. Also, we got a inflatable pickle rick for the pool. Not a life-saving flotation device. So do not cling to the pickle to save your life. Adult Swim was also handing out bandanas. Hulu's Animayhem was back, and so now I have a little fanny pack to match the backpack that we got last year. At the end, you got to pick a pin set. I got Solar Opposites, and my husband got Futurama, which I know he's gonna give to his friend. Also inside Hulu's Animayhem was a station where it tested your stress, and however stressed you were, it gave you a different stress ball. I was clearly very stressed. Crunchyroll puts on some concerts at San Diego Comic-Con because there is a music venue behind the convention center. And so this year, one of their concerts was Lisa, who is not the Lisa from Blackpink, and I have had to correct multiple people on this. It is not the Lisa from Blackpink. That Lisa is Thai. This Lisa is Japanese. They're very different Lisas. But anyway, so the fine folks over at Crunchyroll let me go take photos and video over there. So I've got my two press passes. I've got a press pass and a VIP pass, as well as 2 lanyards. So I will be definitely utilizing those. And we had little bracelets that light up. They do light up without being near the venue. So I'm very excited to play with this at other things where lights could be fun. Now let's talk Marvel. So usually Marvel gives out a hat. This was the last hat, which is kind of not as great anymore because they kind of have deviated off of this plan. But that was a hat. I got a hat before with Black Widow. This year they did not do a hat. This year, when you went to turn in your exclusive ticket for being in Hall H, you got a Fantastic Four map fan. I don't know. That's what we got. We also got a poster, which I do not have with me because my sister was the only one smart enough to pack a poster tube. So all of the posters went with her. Other posters we acquired throughout the weekend include The Penguin from HBO. That Hall H panel, they gave out a ticket, which was a poster. Superman and Lois gave out a ticket in Hall H on Saturday, which was also a poster. And then I got a poster from the Planet of the Apes experience, where I got to put my arm under a very scary looking bird that was wearing like goggles. It was wearing bird glasses to block his view. I don't know. It was wild. The biggest swag from Marvel really actually came from the Deadpool panel, which was on Thursday night. They said it was going to be a panel, 1 hour. That was a lie. It was a screening of the movie. And so when you walked in, they gave you a popcorn bucket that looks like Wolverine and says designed by Deadpool on it. And inside that was a bottle of water with a Deadpool label on it and a pin set of Best Friends Deadpool and Wolverine. We also got some popcorn to enjoy during the movie. So that's really all of the swag other than like the free bags every year. We got Abbott Elementary and Great White North were the bags that we got. And I managed to get through San Diego Comic-Con 2024 with only buying one thing, and I did not buy it till after close because my friend got it for herself, and then she found a stranger on the internet to buy something else that she wanted more and sold me this. And that is the Deadpool dumpster fire toy. I don't know if you've noticed it, but there is a teal original dumpster fire toy up on my shelf. My coworkers got me the This Is Fine glow-in-the-dark dumpster fire toy for my birthday, and so now I have a Deadpool. Because you know what? Sometimes life is a dumpster fire and you just need to embrace it and just have a good life. This also applies to the Deadpool lines, because that was a mess. That did not go well. Please don't do that again, Marvel. It did not go well. But anyways, thanks for hanging out with me to check out my San Diego Comic-Con 2024 haul. From the books to the swag to the purchases, you got to see it all. Except for the stuff that is not here. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button down below and subscribe to the Literary Hype YouTube channel if you have not done so already. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.